If you're a man over 60, I need you to picture this. You've spent years eating right, loading up on greens, crunching on bright orange veggies, feeling confident you're protecting your health, especially your prostate. Then, during a routine checkup, your PSA is slightly elevated, or you start noticing a change in the bathroom, a flow that is not what it used to be. You are doing everything by the book, yet your body is sending you a signal you simply cannot ignore. What if the very foods you trust to protect you are playing a different role in your body now? What if a common vegetable, one you eat every week, could be quietly altering your internal environment in a way that might encourage cancer cells to grow? Please understand, this is not about vegetables being bad. They are not. This is about a profound truth we are only now fully appreciating. Your body after 60 is different from your body at 40. The way your liver processes food, the delicate balance of your hormones, and even how your cells repair themselves have all evolved. Your nutritional needs must evolve with them. My name is Dr. Katherine Rotker. I am a urologist, and I have dedicated over 20 years of my practice exclusively to the health concerns of men over 50. I have walked with thousands of men through these exact questions, and I am here to walk with you today. I am not here to make you afraid of your food. My goal is to empower you with knowledge. So today, we will look at 9 common vegetables that need a second look after age 60. For each one, I will give you a simple, clear, and safe plan so you can continue to enjoy them without a single worry. You can absolutely keep these foods in your life. You just need to know the new rules for your body. And I encourage you to watch all the way through, because the number 8 vegetable on our list is sitting in almost every man's refrigerator right now, and its risk depends entirely on how you prepare it. If you are a man over 50 who is truly committed to taking control of your health, I invite you to join our community. Subscribe and tap that notification bell. We publish new, evidence-based guidance every single week to help you stay strong and vital. If what I am sharing so far resonates with you, please type yes in the comments below. If you have specific questions, let me know. Your health journey is unique, and I am here to help guide it. All right, we will count down from number 9 to number 1. Let us talk about vegetable number 9, broccoli. We all know it as a cornerstone of any healthy diet. But for the aging male prostate, its powerful phytochemicals don't just support detoxification. They can actively alter the metabolism of your sex hormones. The compound inside broccoli that makes the difference is called sulforaphane. It belongs to a group of plant chemicals that make your liver work harder. When your liver speeds up in this way, it changes how fast certain hormones and drugs leave your system. Androgens, which are natural male hormones, can shift up or down depending on how strong this effect becomes. A little shift may not cause trouble. A big shift can alter the balance that helps keep prostate cells in check. I see this often with men who take medication for the prostate, the heart, or blood thinning. These medicines rely on a steady level in the blood. Broccoli can speed up how your liver clears some of them, making the dose less steady than your doctor intended. The hormone shift can create the right conditions for prostate tissue to grow more actively, which raises the risk of problems over time. It's rarely dramatic overnight, but small daily changes add up. The goal here is not to eliminate broccoli from your life. The solution is consistency and communication. I see men who go from eating no broccoli to having it every single day. That sudden switch is what causes problems. A steady, moderate intake allows your body and your doctor to maintain a stable hormonal baseline. It prevents your PSA levels and other important markers from becoming confused by a sudden dietary shift. Aim for no more than 1 cup of cooked broccoli about 3 to 4 times a week. This pattern gives you all the fantastic anti-inflammatory benefits without starting that hormonal roller coaster. I also strongly recommend you avoid concentrated broccoli sprout supplements. Their potency is simply too high unless your doctor has specifically approved them for you. So we manage broccoli to maintain your hormonal stability. But another very common vegetable, a bright orange snacking staple, works through an entirely different, yet equally potent cellular pathway. Carrots. This vegetable is famous for supporting good vision, and we have its beta-carotene content to thank for that. But what if I told you that this very compound, in excess, can send confusing signals to the prostate cells responsible for knowing when to stop dividing? When you eat carrots, your body turns beta-carotene into retinoic acid. Retinoic acid works like a switch that helps cells know when to grow and when to rest. It keeps growth orderly, which is why many health experts talk about carrots with so much praise. That switch is part of a delicate balance in your prostate. Too much stimulation in that pathway can make cells more active than they should be. In a young, healthy system, it promotes orderly cell behavior. But in an aging prostate, where cellular repair mechanisms are slower, excessive retinoic acid can disrupt the off switch. When that happens, prostate cells can multiply more freely, and the natural rhythm that keeps tissue stable weakens. This effect is more noticeable in men who already have borderline PSA levels or a history of prostate issues. Let me be very clear. The risk does not come from eating a whole carrot with your lunch. The concern arises from two specific habits. The first is taking daily, high-potency beta-carotene supplements. The second is drinking large quantities of carrot juice on a regular basis. These practices deliver a concentrated megadose that overwhelms your body's subtle signaling pathways. You can confidently continue to enjoy whole carrots as part of a balanced diet. The key is to avoid juicing them regularly and to completely bypass beta-carotene supplements. Rely on normal food portions rather than supplements or mega servings. A steady intake through the week works better than piling it all in at night. Pairing carrots with a source of protein or healthy fats slows down how fast beta-carotene turns into retinoic acid, which makes its effect more even. If you already use vitamin or antioxidant supplements, it's smart to let your doctor know so your intake stays balanced with your current health plan. Now we turn to a leafy green that can interfere with one of your body's most crucial internal defense systems, particularly if you are taking a supplement that many men use for bone health. Kale, the king of the superfood greens. But for men over 60 who are proactively taking calcium or vitamin D for bone health, this vegetable needs a little strategic planning. You want to be sure it remains the helpful friend it is meant to be, not an accidental adversary. Kale is high in a natural substance, oxalates. These oxalates latch onto calcium in your digestive system. In a body where kidney function has naturally slowed, this can lead to a slight but persistent rise in calcium levels in your blood. Your body detects this and thinks there is more than enough calcium available. In response, it makes less of the active, powerful form of vitamin D. This is a problem because that active vitamin D acts as a crucial brake on prostate cell growth. By creating what is essentially a false reading of high calcium, you are inadvertently telling your body to ease up on producing one of its own most important natural defenses against cancer development. It is like disabling a key part of your home's security system because a sensor is giving a faulty signal. There are simple ways to keep kale in your diet without creating problems. You simply need to be smart about when you eat it. I advise my patients to space their kale meals and their calcium supplements apart by at least 4 to 6 hours. Lightly steaming your kale instead of eating it raw can also lower its oxalate content. The most important step is to talk with your doctor about getting your vitamin D and calcium levels checked regularly. This ensures your supplement routine is working for you, not against you. Before moving on, this is a good time for a quick check-in. If this information is opening your eyes to how everyday foods can affect prostate health, Tap like so more men can find this message. Share it with a brother, a friend, or a son. You never know who might need to hear it. Now, let's discuss sweet potatoes. Many people view them as a safe and healthy starch, but it is important to understand their full effect on your body. Nutritionally, a sweet potato is a powerhouse of dense carbohydrates, and this has a direct consequence for prostate health. A large baked or roasted sweet potato has what we call a high glycemic load. This means it can cause a significant spike in your blood sugar and insulin levels. This surge then triggers a corresponding rise in a substance in your body known as insulin-like growth factor 1 or IGF-1. Think of IGF-1 as a powerful growth signal. It tells all kinds of cells to multiply, including any silent, latent prostate cancer cells that may be present. It is like applying fertilizer to a weed you did not even know had taken root. For a man over 60, whose body may not manage insulin as efficiently as it once did, this repeated IGF-1 stimulation becomes a persistent command for cells to grow. This constant signal can potentially overwhelm your body's natural ability to keep abnormal cell growth in check. I've had many patients who swapped to sweet potatoes, thinking they were doing everything right. They felt good about the change, but their portions were large, usually at dinner, and paired with other starches. Over time, their blood work showed higher insulin activity and IGF-1 levels creeping up. Once we made a few small adjustments, things moved back in the right direction without giving up the food entirely. The key is to change how you view them on your plate. Treat them as a treasured side dish, not the main event. Keep your portion to about half a cup. Always pair them with a good source of healthy fat, like a drizzle of olive oil, and a lean protein, such as chicken or fish. This combination dramatically slows down the sugar release and softens that insulin spike. Enjoy them as an occasional part of your diet rather than a daily staple. Managing these growth signals is a crucial part of the strategy. Next, we have cabbage. It's affordable, easy to prepare, and fits into many traditional meals. But under that simple image is a quiet influence on your hormone pathways that many men never hear about. Like its relative broccoli, cabbage is a cruciferous vegetable packed with compounds, natural substances called indoles, which have a powerful influence on how your body processes estrogen. In moderate amounts, this can be a good thing, but when consumed too frequently, it can disrupt your delicate hormonal stability. These indoles work by speeding up the removal of estrogen from your body. While lowering excess estrogen sounds beneficial, it requires a careful balance. For a man in his later years, testosterone levels naturally decline, and estrogen plays a vital role in maintaining brain function, bone density, and heart health. Drastically shifting estrogen levels creates a hormonal seesaw effect. This instability can disturb the peaceful, inactive state you want your prostate to maintain. The concern is not with an occasional serving of coleslaw at a barbecue. The risk emerges from habits like eating raw cabbage daily, having large portions of sauerkraut regularly, or most alarmingly, taking concentrated indole supplements. These supplements deliver a potent, drug-like effect that your body is not designed to handle from a food source. To safely include cabbage in your diet, enjoy fermented options like sauerkraut as a small condiment alongside your main meal. Incorporate cooked cabbage into your soups, stews, and stir-fries a couple of times each week. I must be very clear. You should never take indole 3-carbinol supplements without the direct supervision and approval of your urologist or a knowledgeable functional medicine doctor. Next, we turn to a nightshade vegetable where how you store and handle it makes all the difference. Eggplant often looks beautiful on the plate. It cooks well, absorbs flavor, and feels like a healthy choice. What many men don't realize is how much its safety depends on ripeness, handling, and storage. When eggplants are unripe, bruised, or stored in too much light, They build up compounds called glycoalkaloids, mainly solanine. This is where the quiet risk begins. Solanine can disrupt the structure of your cell membranes. When that happens in small amounts over time, it can keep your body in a state of low-grade inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the known factors that can speed up prostate cancer progression. It doesn't create the disease by itself, but it can help set the stage for it to grow. This effect becomes more noticeable when your liver and kidneys process substances more slowly, which lets more solanine linger. I've seen this pattern in men who love eggplant, but don't pay much attention to how they buy or store it. The ones that sat on the counter for days or showed green patches often had a bitter taste, a sign of higher solanine. Over time, that kind of steady exposure can make a difference for someone already managing prostate concerns. You can easily minimize this risk by being selective at the grocery store. Always choose eggplants that feel firm and heavy for their size. Look for skin that is tight, glossy, and has a deep, uniform purple color with no green patches. Once you bring them home, store them in a cool, dark place and use them within a few days. Peeling the skin and salting the slices before you cook them can further reduce any potential alkaloids. A fresh, ripe, and thoroughly cooked eggplant is a perfectly safe and nutritious food. The real risk comes from that single damaged vegetable left too long in the back of your refrigerator. While inflammation from a damaged vegetable is one concern, a more subtle risk comes from a vegetable most people view as completely harmless, one that forms the base of the typical healthy salad. Speaking of greens, let's examine one that looks innocent but carries its own hidden chemistry. Lettuce seems like one of the safest foods on the plate. It's crisp, refreshing, and often seen as the base of a clean, healthy meal. However, the way we grow lettuce today, especially tender varieties like butter lettuce and some romaine, can cause it to absorb and hold high levels of dietary nitrates from the soil. When nitrates from lettuce enter your body, they can turn into nitrites and then into compounds called nitrosamines. That process speeds up when stomach acid is low. Many men in their 60s and beyond have reduced stomach acid naturally, or they take acid-blocking medications known as PPIs for heartburn. Lower acid allows more nitrates to make that chemical jump, which leads to higher levels of these nitrosamines in the digestive tract. Nitrosamines are powerful cancer-causing agents. They can directly damage the DNA inside your cells. As the years go by, your body's natural ability to repair this kind of genetic damage slows down. This leaves your prostate cells more vulnerable to harmful mutations that can start the cancer process. This is not a danger from a single meal. The risk builds up slowly over time, from years of frequently eating high-nitrate lettuce alongside other dietary sources, all while your body's natural defenses are gradually declining. The solution is to vary the greens in your salad bowl. Rotate lettuce with arugula, spinach, and mixed spring greens. When you can, choose organic lettuce, as it tends to have lower nitrate levels. My most important tip is to always add a source of vitamin C to your salad. A generous squeeze of fresh lemon juice over the greens can help block the formation of those harmful nitrosamines right in your stomach, turning a potential risk into a safer meal. And if you take acid-reducing medications, having huge lettuce-heavy meals late at night isn't the best idea. We are now going to look at the final two vegetables on our list. These are perhaps the most celebrated foods for men's health, but as we have seen, even the best allies require a little understanding and respect for the body you have today. Let's talk about tomatoes. Most people see them as the very symbol of healthy eating. For men over 60, the truth is a little more complicated. Tomatoes carry lycopene, a powerful antioxidant. In reasonable amounts, it can support prostate health. When intake gets too high, it can present a different kind of challenge for your body. The issue arises when you get lycopene from concentrated supplements or by consuming very large amounts of tomato paste daily. At these high levels, lycopene may begin to interfere with a vital natural process called apoptosis. This is your body's programmed way of cleaning out damaged or dying cells. If this cleanup process is dampened, those compromised prostate cells might stick around longer than they should, potentially accumulating more damage over time. For the prostate, that lingering can create conditions where cancerous changes are more likely to grow. The safest and most beneficial way to get lycopene remains through whole food. A moderate portion of cooked tomatoes, such as in a sauce with a little olive oil to help your body absorb the nutrient, is the ideal approach. This method provides all the protective benefits without the risks of overconcentration. Enjoy a serving of tomato sauce a few times per week. Favor whole tomatoes and simple sauces over concentrated pastes or extracts. Skip lycopene supplements unless your doctor specifically recommends them. If you love tomato-heavy meals, having them earlier in the day gives your body more time to process everything. A few small shifts like these can keep this popular food working for you, not against you. This brings us to our final vegetable, number 1 on the list. A crunchy favorite with compounds that demand extra respect if your liver is already busy with medications. I am talking about celery. Celery carries a clean image. It's crisp, light, and often praised as a healthy snack. What rarely gets mentioned is that celery contains active plant compounds called furanocoumarins and apigenin. In moderate amounts, they don't usually cause trouble. But in the right conditions, especially when medications and hormone balance come into play, they can have real effects worth paying attention to. One of these compounds, psoralen, works by causing stress inside a part of your cells called the endoplasmic reticulum. Think of this as the protein-making factory inside each cell. When this factory is under constant, low-level stress, the prostate cells can become resistant to the important signals that tell them to self-destruct if they become damaged or cancerous. It is as if the cells become hard of hearing and can no longer listen to the command that ensures orderly cellular function. The significant risk appears in men who have adopted the habit of daily celery juicing or who consume very large quantities of raw celery consistently. This practice concentrates the psoralen, creating a persistent state of low-grade cellular stress that your prostate does not need. You can absolutely continue to enjoy celery. Moderation is what makes the difference. Sticking to normal servings, avoiding daily juicing binges, and rotating it with other crunchy vegetables helps keep its benefits without overwhelming your system. If your treatment plan involves multiple medications or hormone-sensitive conditions, keeping your doctor in the loop can make those small dietary habits work for you, not against you. I know that was a lot to take in, and it might feel unsettling. For so long, we have believed that vegetables are unconditionally good for us. I want you to understand that this information is not meant to scare you, but to empower you. The man you are today has a body that operates differently than it did decades ago. It is a system that now requires more precision and care. The way your liver processes compounds, how your kidneys filter waste, the delicate balance of your hormones, and even how your cells repair their own DNA, all these systems have evolved. Honoring these changes is not a limitation. It is the most powerful step you can take in caring for yourself. This new approach is not about living in fear of your food. It is about living with intelligence and intention. Your strategy rests on 3 simple principles: timing, dosage, and interactions. Think of it like a glass of red wine with dinner compared to a bottle of vodka. The substance is the same, but the dose and the context determine whether it helps or harms. Did you notice a pattern as we went through the list? The highest risks almost never came from the whole vegetable on your plate. They came from concentrates, supplements in capsules and powders, or large glasses of juice. These megadoses bypass your body's innate wisdom. Choosing the whole food in its natural form is almost always the safer and more intelligent path. You now have the knowledge to move forward with confidence. You can truly enjoy your food without second-guessing every bite. The power is in your hands to make small, smart adjustments that add up to significant protection for your health. We have covered 9 vegetables today, from broccoli and carrots to kale and celery. Remember, the message is not to eliminate these foods. It is to embrace them with a new level of awareness and respect for your body's unique needs. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these vegetables surprised you the most? What is one change you feel ready to make? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insight could be the encouragement another man needs to take his first step. If this video has been helpful to you, please like it and subscribe. Clicking the Super Thanks button is a direct way to support our mission of creating clear, trustworthy health guidance. Remember, taking charge of your health is the most powerful choice you can make. Stay strong, stay informed, and know that you have the ability to shape your vitality for years to come.